Georgia, looking into this now, you'd be thinking they're a team that can actually cause teams problems.
Yeah, well, when you look at the way they set up, Kenny, and their manager, Willy Sagnol, you touched on it earlier, he has been linked with the Ireland job. He was asked about it.
Willy or won't he, Jackie, yeah?
He was asked about it yesterday, interestingly, at his press conference, and he said, it's not the right time for it now. I very much appreciate working with Georgia. I can consider myself working in Georgia for the next years. So he's certainly maybe kicking it to touch now. But based on what you've seen today, would that kind of style suit Ireland?
Well, you set up your individual style depending on the players you have available to you. Looking at that Georgian team today, I don't think that Georgian team can play a possession-based game. Don't think they have the players of sufficient technical ability to play that way. So he's clearly seen that, and he's set them up a certain way, maybe more of a defensive style, a lower defensive block, and to play more of a counter-attacking game. And I thought they were quite effective in that respect today. A little bit gung-ho the last 20 minutes, a little bit kind of cavalier stuff which can happen during the game. But by and large, after a slow start, I thought they settled within the game. I thought this tactical setup worked well for them. Not a huge amount of outstanding talent there. The front two, maybe Cocker-Ashvili, maybe in that holding midfield position. You'd probably only say them three at the moment you put into the Ireland team who would actually make them better. And I think when you look at a manager and say how well he's doing with a group of players, all you can ask of him is he getting the best out of players he has available to him? And looking at those players today, it's only one game into the tournament. I think the manager got the best out of that team on the pitch today against that Turkish team. So I think that's a feather in his cap.
Well, he's got them to a major tournament, Karen, as well, which is something that we, sitting on this couch, Irish fans at home, would only love to be in that position too.
Yeah, of course. It's tough being in a position where we're now looking at Georgia with, jealousy, and we're saying, oh, why can't we be more like Georgia? Like that's not where we should be. And obviously you want a manager in place who can propel us above Georgia and get us to major tournaments as well. But like Kenny said, he got them to a major tournament. He got a result against Norway. He got a result against Scotland, results-based game, and we've been like crying out for just a few results to try and have something to look forward to, and we need to get someone settled who can, like you say, get the best out of the players that are there. We should be competing at this level, looking at what we're seeing here, but unfortunately we're not there.
People forget, I think he's got an impressive CV. You talk about a new manager coming in and immediately grabbing the attention of the players. I mean, this lad has played in like 4 major championship finals, played at top European clubs, Bayern Munich, 200 league appearances, I think it was. And he has managed, had a couple of years in France. He's been in the French Association, Technical Director, the 21. So there's a fair amount of experience there. So I think that type of player with that type of CV is the next player as well. I know it's not everything, but when he walks into the dressing room, I think the players take note and they're willing to listen initially in terms of what he has to say. And in terms of how he set that team up today, first game of the tournament, let's have maybe after the 3 games have been played. But I liked what I saw today and the spirit as well of the team. That was a team that was really kind of together
and they were
and
physical
playing for each other.
They played with energy. But what's interesting is if he has been on the radar, if he's someone that they're talking about, because in the build-up to the manager search and what's the rigmarole that's gone on, it was the fact that we were given a date and then it was pushed off, and the date coincided with him then taking Georgia into the final. So you kind of wonder, has there been some sort of communication with them? Whether he's the man they're looking for, who knows? Because what's coming out of the FAI or the FAI is at the moment, no one gets any answers from them. But does he tick a lot of boxes from what they've said? They've said they want a manager of international and club experience, and he ticks that box. Georgia today were a bit cavalier at times, I think, in the game plan towards the end. Could they've got results, but they're 75th in the world. We're ranked higher than them at the moment. So for them to get into a tournament, is that the direction we're looking for? Is that the manager? It's one of those.
You can understand why he's under consideration. And if they continue with that type of performance during the course of the tournament, I think the argument will probably strengthen a little bit in terms of maybe he could potentially be the answer for us.